Episode 2 of the Caro Kann Adventures, coming right at you. This isn't a strict Caro Kann because he didn't play e4, like ever. See, he's developing kind of slow here. Check it out there, my rating, I don't know if you can see it, I forget how wide the caps area is, but I'm at 1192, he's at 1206, this is a Blitz rating, and with this win I actually hit 1200 for the first time in Blitz. Pretty exciting. I was looking at my videos from this fall, and I noticed that I was at like 1050s and 1040s and things, so I'm up 130 points from this fall. It's pretty good. So here we go. I have my standard setup here, although white is looking different, particularly with the pawn on e3 here. But not a huge deal. My normal plan won't work this way. Back off the bishop here. Nothing terribly exciting going on yet. He takes d5, he takes d5, and he hops his other knight out. The dark squared bishop here is stuck in there pretty good. And I probably shouldn't have done what I do here to kind of liberate that, but there you go. So he gets his knight out of the way. He's got 3 defenses on this pawn. This is a very different setup than what people are used to playing. I can knock one of them out here, but I can't get more than 2 attacks on it for a while. So as you can see, my normal pawn attacking situation here in the middle is not going to work out. So I went ahead and piled up on it a little bit, get my bishop in front of my king here. Now at this point material's even, but I think white has a pretty good advantage. He's better developed than I am. He's got my bishop pinned to my king here, and I need to backpedal a little bit to get untangled. I'm not feeling too good about my position at this point. So here he piles up on that bishop. I decided to trade the knights, or my bishop for his knight, and then bring my queen back to defend this bishop. Pretty soon I'm going to try. I'd like to get my knight out here, but I don't think that's going to work out. So I took a pawn here to threaten his queen, and he decided to take a pawn back and trade queens. Now I was real happy to see this. It takes away the pressure on my king, lets me untangle. Material's even at this point, and since he's got the initiative, if he trades down, then it's going to be good for black. So we went ahead and traded here, and then I saw this little thing to hop in and win a knight, or a rook. Now you can see I can't just outright win one yet, because he's got a couple of tactics. He didn't do it right. He shouldn't have done that. He should have taken with the bishop there. I went ahead and took a rook here, and he checked me with his knight. D7 is the best square for the king. Backpedaling just further tangles up my pieces. I need to get out from the back rank here. And then knight takes f7. He's going to win this rook. So here I'm getting frustrated because I'm realizing I'm not going to be up the material that I thought I was going to be. I can win. It's going to be even in material. But I really don't like the fact that his rook is already out on the open file, pressuring here. He's still got 2 attacks on this bishop. And my rook is hanging over here. This rook's hanging over here. One way or the other, I'm going to lose a rook. That was the wrong move. What I should have done instead here was probably play rook out to, let's say, the e8 or something. But it's alright. I didn't. I took the bishop. He took the rook. And I saved my knight before I attacked his own. I'm going to need my material here since I'm up a pawn right now, it looks like. But there's kind of tactics all over the board. It's really unclear what's going to happen other than the fact that he's much better developed than I am. He's going to lose this knight. And that's inevitable. It's just a matter of how he's going to lose it. He made a big mistake here. Much better in the situation would have been probably bishop takes g8 with check, and I have to back off, probably c7, something like that, and then to pick up a pawn. Now I see if I take his knight here, he's just gonna come down here and take mine, and now I'm down 3 pawns, and can resign at this point. That would have been much better. Instead, what he did, when I played this rook move, was played f4 to attack my bishop. He missed out on the opportunity to win my knight over here, and So let's see what I did. I actually didn't handle it completely right. I played knight to f6 here, which kind of gives him back the opportunity to win some material. My thought here, for once a blitz game, I was moving fast, and the game was so wild, I thought I'd keep it going wildly a little bit and see what would happen. It kind of worked out okay. Let's see what happened here. F takes g5, and I hopped out here threatening his knight and his bishop. This isn't bad at all for black. He moves down to g3, and I get my knight out of trouble and win a piece. And now you can see I'm up a knight I'm up a knight for 2 pawns, but he's got doubled pawns over here, and this knight's hanging, so I'm really going to be up a lot of material in a minute. He played g6, and here's something. I missed a mate in 1 here. I don't know if you saw it, but this is a mate right here. I didn't even look at it, and I've mentioned before, that's one of my biggest problems, is I don't look for middle game mates. I just look to get advantages and turn it into end game mates. So that would have been nice. Anyways, I missed it. Took his knight. Traded pawns here. I'm up material. You shouldn't be trading at this point. So now you can see I've got a pretty clear advantage with the 2 knights, and I'm going to dance them around, protecting each other for a long time now. So let's click through this kind of quickly here. He threatens a pawn, defend it, defend it. This knight's defended already. I didn't need to worry about that. So now I'm attacking. Bringing my king in a little bit closer. Just making him move his pawn. And I pick up a pawn. Pick up another pawn. I hopped in with my knight to defend this. Watch how good these 2 knights work well together. I defended there. My pawn's still safe here, so that rook move didn't do anything. So I can start pushing a pawn. That was okay. I gave up a pawn here. My knights just keep defending each other. Get my rook out of the way. I'm ready to run my pawn up the board. I'm ready to bring my rook down to take this pawn off the board. Notice now, if I lost this pawn and we traded rooks, I couldn't win with the 2 knights here. So I need to avoid that. So I'll end up giving up a knight for a pawn if I have to, just to make sure I can maintain an advantage. You can see I'm going to queen first. And we have a mate in 2. So that's the end of the game. He should have been playing a lot more defensively over here. And also, way back here, that pawn move was bad. At this point, he could have just pushed. You see, if I push my pawn here, he's going to queen before me. And the game gets a lot more technical than it needs to be. Starting with this, my knight's pinned here, so I can't get out. Play my rook down. There's a lot going on here that I wouldn't want to mess with. This kind of thing. This is real good for white. I'm pretty close to being mated, actually. So he should have pushed his pawn. Now, I wouldn't have ran my pawns down the board. A3 here. Whoops, let's go back. We wanted to do this variation. I can just play my knight out to here. He can't queen his pawn. He can threaten my knight. But I can defend my knight. Stuff like this. I mean, I'm going to queen. He might snap my knight off the board, but in the meanwhile, I'm going to queen. So anyways, real tactical, real fun game to play. It wasn't perfect because we're 1,200 rated players and we're not that good at chess, to be honest. But I had a lot of fun playing it, and I hope you had fun watching it.